welcome back to the channel, fool. Thanks for tapping in. Happy Saturday. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe for like videos like this. FAA approved lights, nothing to worry about. And he just enrolled his parents in the Squid Game. Kung Fu fighting.
Sometimes you don't know you're a miracle until you tap into the things that are within you to tell you that you're a miracle. And there is something that is undiscoverable in everybody in here, but nobody ever told you that you got something that nobody else has.
And why he sounds like Kevin Hart.
What I told you today is the tip of the iceberg. It is going to get so much darker and it's going to get so much deeper. Pedophilia, pederasty, incest, lies, and trying to thug people via courts. You will never stop seeing it. I am telling you that all across the world, we are beginning to wake up to this, and I certainly won't be the person that backs down from this fight. I think younger generations, we are ready for the old guard to step aside and to allow there to be true light in this world. By the time I am done with this series, I am going to be calling out all of the absolute frauds in the media and the Western world who have worked to defend what they knew was a network of disgusting sexual crimes that were happening. Not a single media came to the aid. Rather, they smeared me and they libeled me and they tried to pretend. I remember they said I was having postpartum psychosis. People like Barry Weiss, formerly of the New York Times, pretending to start an independent free press, one of the first people who tried to use like Freudian jujitsu to make it seem like I was the one going crazy because I noticed some trends of pedophilia in France. Like how sick and disturbed does Barry Weiss have to be, the free press, okay, to defend this? Now that you have just even gotten the tip of the iceberg here, think about what she was willing to defend and what she wanted to destroy and ask yourself why that is. And she's not the only one. We're coming for all of them. By the time we are done with this series, there will be no more frauds left in media that you guys will not recognize and ignore.
May God protect her.
Okay.
Fun until they reach the end of the track.
Oh. Oh.
Tipo, es que debe ser un metal grande o un espejo, no sé por
No,
qué.
claro, porque se dio filete en negocio.
Porque para que rebote de esa forma, claro.
Sentient beings or U.S. military drones.
These people honestly believe that they are the descendants of gods, that they are the chosen, that they are God's special people, that we are delusional, and that the true creator is this wisdom principle that they think of as Lucifer, that wisdom principle gave us ancient mystery school teachings, and that the enemy, which they call Adonai, the adversary, which we would call the Christian God, came to try to defeat them. Then they even take it a step further and they look at texts like the Bible and they say that where it says in the end times that God will take the money from the wicked and restore it to the just, that we as a planet are the wicked and they are the just. So this is how they justify their financial corruption. They don't believe that we deserve the money. In fact, they believe that if they did not dominate us and if they did not control us and play all these games, that we left to our own devices would destroy our planet. So in some twisted rationale, they believe they are saving the earth, they believe humans are bad for the environment, we cause pollution, so they have to reduce population. Then they seed that into movies like The Matrix, where Agent Smith says that humans are like a virus on the planet. This is one of a variety of ways in which they will usually embed their teachings into the villain.
Is that the harsh truth?
Yeah, man, she's dead. She's still hanging.
The plane is getting lower and lower and lower. It nipped the house. When it nipped the house, it hit a couple cars. Boom! And to the plaza, and to the Dunkin' Donuts, everywhere. I never seen nothing like that a day in my life.
Once I seen the big ball of fire, I came outside. I walked straight down there, started seeing a bunch of like plane pieces, and like it just honestly like a human foot or something. It was in a shoe still, just on the side of the street.
After DC, now Philly. Is that random?
Olha o tamanho dessa aranha. Vou mostrar para vocês. Essa é uma fêmea. Essas são as fucículas. Estou até mostrando para vocês. Olha para o tamanho dessas fucículas. Vejam só, parece ferrões de morcegos. Olham. Vai, encosta o dedo aqui para você ver. Nossa. E agora, vou mostrar para vocês se ela vai ferroar a madeira. Ferroa, vai. Olha o tamanho dessas fucículas. Olham para essas fucículas. Corredeira, muito corredeira. Essa aranha é chamada de caranguejeira. É o nome dela. Só que eu chamo de caranguejeira do coqueiro.
And Spider going back to therapy after this. Was that Horus?
Comando. Mierda, pero qué humo tiene el comando. ¿Y qué fue lo que ustedes estaban bebiendo, muchachos? La creta. ¡Hey, comando!
The passenger just trying to stay alive. They show damages, but what happened to the man descent flying?
That is definitely two owls. Fucking hooing away. Oh, shit. I can't believe I just got that. He just flew right in front of me. That thing was huge.
Is someone going to Hogwarts? God has a great sense of humor.
Man, I ain't the only one that's hearing this. What the fuck is that? There's no trains around here.
the realm above at war.
Oh, is that a crack pipe?
Don't you do it.
Is that a
Don't
crack,
you do
is
it.
that a crack
Most
pipe?
of the marijuana pipe, brother, just made out of glass.
He started talking like he was a baby being bad.
There were 5 bodies aboard, all of them dead. Yeah, they had asphyxiated. What had happened, ostensibly, they had blown a portal, and so they suffocated, you know, due to a lack of support system.
What did they look like?
Little guys, 3.5 feet.
Is it like the small cries people talk about?
They weren't like the Zeta reticuli grays. No, their eyes were different. The Zeta reticuli grays have almost insectoid eyes, you know. These little guys had nice eyes. They were kind eyes. The 5 occupants, one of them was just under 4 feet, and he obviously was a commander because he had epaulets on his uniform. And one of the smaller ones, the 3.5 feet, also had epaulets, so he was obviously the assistant commander. The rest of them were dressed in very tight-fitting silver uniforms. And so now, characteristically, in other words, the physiognomy, they had no hair anywhere on the body. Huge eyes, an outsized head with the body, no ears, because the ears had atrophied. The nose had atrophied. The mouth was immobile, and so it wasn't like our mobile mouth, you know. So obviously they communicated with telepathy, and so the bodies were taken off of the craft, and they were flown back to Wright-Patterson for examination. And
Wright-Patterson Air Force Base.
Yeah, right, in Ohio. And of course, they had a very great difficulty getting the uniforms off of them. They couldn't cut it. They tried scissors.
Not like
it was a material that we didn't know. Nothing like here on the globe, I should say. But they couldn't cut it with scissors, and yet it was thinner than a newspaper page.
Amazing.
It is. So finally they had to resort to metal shears to cut it, and they finally got the uniforms off of them, and then of course they examined the bodies. They were all male. They had male organs, genitals and what have you, but again, like the ears and the nose, it had atrophied due to non-use, you know. They were no longer sexual and didn't need the ears to hear and all that, so they were different from us, but they were nice little guys, really.
Sounds believable.
Okay, y'all want to go inside one of these? Let's try. And this is not the Tesla charger. This is the electric. The houses are numbered on the green plaques. All right, let's go knock, see if anybody's home. It's brand new. The plastic's still in the door. Whoop, definitely just woke everybody up. Let's see if we can look in the window. Oh, there's a sink. Try to go around back. So the hot water heater is supposed to sit right here. Now most of them just hang on the wall. That's for the water pressure on the roof. All right. What's it look like in here? Oh look, another room. Let's look through here. There's a sink. Oh, look, somebody lives here. They're doing laundry.
Looks like a smart city prison to me.
He said this was in the sky all night long. The video right here was taken at 1:56 a.m. He's zooming out for perspective purposes to kind of get an idea of how high up in the sky that thing was. A few thousand feet high. And it remained in the sky, according to Tegan, all night long. Wait till we zoom in on this thing. This is one of the wildest things I think I've ever seen in the nighttime sky. No kidding. Didn't move, remained there for hours. What was it looking at? What was it doing? Why does it light up bright every once in a while and then dim back out? And as you're going to see, this thing has some fascinating features on it. Wait till we zoom in really close. The quality, excellent quality. Look at that. You can tell this is of intelligent origin. Are you serious right now? A circle with an X in it? What? This unusual feature in the front? How do you even begin to describe that? Seriously. There you go. This is the object in a different format. You talk about weird. What is going on?
Just fascinating. Keep them coming. He was gone until I saw the helicopter.
Lastly, before I get up out of here, my daughters would be upset if I didn't acknowledge them. So yesterday I went home. They wanted me to make sure I played the game with my, they did a great job with my nails. So girls, good job. We won, so good luck. Love you.
Right. But that's what makes information so powerful is, you don't care how people feel about the ritual. It's about does following the ritual work. Yeah. And so you can fool yourself into thinking there isn't one, but the evidence will be clear. So like when I be like, oh, these guys are wearing dresses. Everybody's like, oh, he keeps talking about people wearing dresses. No, it's not. It's a weird thing. It's not like that. Look at it from a different way. Look at it. Show me one person that ever wore a dress in Hollywood unsuccessfully. That's how you understand what a ritual is.
That's the infamous humiliation ritual. Don't forget my beef jerky treat. Bro trust level is at 200%.
I'm sorry, I'm just having a really hard time with him cutting the turkey with his feet like that and with bare hands. That's kind of gross. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a problem, but that's just really gross. I'm sorry. I forgot what I ordered. What did I get?
Are we still eating here, bro?
What did you expect? It's a daily sandwich. The jogger passing technique. Be careful out there. Super strange.
I think my family just invented the grasshopper sandwich. This is how I serve breakfast, guys. On this plate we have fruits. I put senene grasshopper on the side, which is fried, toasted bread, and then eggs. I was shocked. Yeah, I was shocked. But my mom kept saying it tastes good, so the kids also tried it. As you can see, me, I was out of words. I didn't try, so I don't know actually what it tastes like, but the people that tried said it tasted good.
This isn't my algorithm. Nobody saw her but the camera.
I don't believe this is your home planet, you know?
Do you believe that most of the people here that are living right now, that this is their home planet?
No. No.
So you feel like it's more that you feel like we're maybe a species from somewhere else that's been kind of, that landed here or that got...
All of the religions tell the same story, and all of the stories are started up there and then end up down here and then continue. And there's a reason for that, I believe.
Do you feel like this is like a place we're supposed to learn something? Do you feel like it's a place that we're kind of just spending time?
An experience, a destination. You and I are at an age where we remember when the video game experience wasn't what it is now. It was still a game, like Monopoly or something, you know? Where it is now, it's a whole different universe that you can live inside from your Xbox or your PlayStation. And in Call of Duty, you're an actual soldier and you get kills and deaths and eliminations. And when you then cross over to the PGA game, you have your actual golfer that looks like you and has the name you gave him, and he's really gonna go out there and do this 18 on Whistling Straight. And, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Then I go and get in my Podium 1 sim racer and I pick the car of my choice, and I'm an actual racer. So those experiences located in that console, that's this experience here on Earth that we're all able to share. And that's what would make that reincarnation possible. It just means, yesterday I played that game, and today I'm logging in this experience. And so, yeah, certainly a universal college, if you will.
Yeah. Sometimes I forget, I get caught up in the minutia of things, you know, and I forget to kind of have this bigger breath of like, this is an experience. It's not a sentence.
Are you spiritually in tune?
What would happen if somebody dropped sugar in my coffee? They said, well, you'd be okay. I said, what if somebody dropped strychnine in my coffee? They said, well, you'd be dead. I said, correct. I said, what if my worst enemy drops in the sugar? They said, will you be okay? I said, what if my best friend, even by accident, drops in the strychnine? They said, well, you'd be dead. I said, correct. See, it doesn't matter who hands you the bad stuff. Every day, stand guard at the door of your mind. How important. You decide what goes into your mental factory. Don't let anybody just dump anything they want to in your mental factory, because you've got to live with the results.
Do you create your own rules in this simulation? Is space deep water?
In the top 10. The top 10. Mother, she's tough love.
They replaced him?
Oh shit. Oh shit. He's going to jail. He's going to jail.
Immediately stepping on that 50K chip.
Özel bir kıyaslıyor musun amca bunlara?
Vallahi
60 senedir ben bunların hizmetlerini ederim. Tabii çok sorun oldu. Ben hiç söylemedim.
Did you know you can regrow missing or damaged teeth with a tiny device that gives off a very specific frequency of ultrasound? Just like other great inventions, I wonder where this device disappeared to. So, there was this guy, Ryan Smith, a hockey player who got a puck straight to his face while playing. That day, his smile changed forever. But hope was not lost. Things started to get interesting when researchers at the University of Alberta were onto something that could have saved smiles like Ryan's in the future. They discovered a way to regrow human teeth using ultrasound. Yeah, you heard that right. This genius named Tarek El-Biali was playing around with ultrasound on rabbits for something completely different when, bam, he noticed their teeth started growing like crazy. Then he thought, why not try this on humans? And guess what? It worked. People were growing new teeth in just a month by using this device for 20 minutes a day. The original machine was a beast, too big to be practical. So, El-Biali teams up with this nanotech wizard, Ji Chen, and together they shrink it down to something you could practically use at home. They were dreaming big, thinking this could be a one-and-done treatment for missing teeth. They even got a patent, and there was talk about this hitting the market in just a couple of years. Imagine that? A world where losing a tooth isn't a big deal because you can just grow a new one. Dentists, especially those treating athletes who know a thing or two about losing teeth, were all over this. They were seeing a future where dental disasters on the field or ice weren't so disastrous after all. But despite all the buzz and the hopes riding on this tiny miracle worker, it just vanished. Poof. Gone. No one knows what happened to it. This invention that could have changed dental care forever just slipped through the cracks. And that's the story of how a real-life invention that could have made tooth loss a thing of the past now vanished.
Frequency again, and it's not AI.
Let me tell you why you should never go into places that have heavily demonic activity, being disrespectful, and thinking you can get away with it. I went to Zach Bagans' Haunted House Museum in 2017 with my ex-wife in Las Vegas. This is an 18 and up only, guys, so if you're a minor, don't even try. They will not allow you in. You have to sign a waiver. And on that waiver back then, it stated that whatever happened to you once you left the property, you cannot sue the place for it. You just can't. So once the waiver is signed, you can go in as a group. It's 90 minutes long, guys. We had one guy in the group who was that skeptic, who is that douchebag. I'm talking the douchebag with his hat backwards, sitting there trying to show off for the two girls he was with. As we were progressing through this tour, this guy kept cracking jokes, kept saying stupid shit like, I don't know how people believe this. Nothing's happened to us so far. This is what a waste of money. That type of guy. And then cracking jokes at all the other rooms that we were in. Anyways, I had this horrible feeling come over me. And I knew something was going to happen to this guy. Because mind you, I already had things I saw things. But that's a different video. If you want to hear that, comment below. Anyways, I tell my ex-wife. My ex-wife said we got this far. Nothing's really happened yet. Until we got to the last part of the tour. The last part of the tour, the rooms to go in were optional. Because the items you're about to encounter were demonic, evil. People have had things happen to them when they've encountered these objects after they've left. Some tour guides refuse to go into certain rooms altogether, okay? It is not a joke. These people deal with these things all day for the tour. Anyways, the two girls went into the Dybbuk box room. That was the first room. The real Dybbuk box. I'm talking about the one from the movie. He looked in, and he looked for about 20 or 30 seconds because I was coming up. And I watched him change. I don't know what happened to him. He had his hat on backwards the entire time, but he turned it forward and kept his head down like this. I saw fear enter this man's body. He went from being this douchebag, show-off, cracking jokes, to being a frightened little boy. He said not a peep. He didn't even look up for the rest of this tour. When I walked past him, he was looking down at the ground when we went into the next room to look at this demonic doll. I saw darkness around this man. It was like this shroud of darkness. And when I say he was silent, it wasn't just verbally. It was his entire energy that was just quiet. Like something happened. I don't know. But guys, after the end of the tour, him and those two girls were the first to leave. They were gone. Do not think for a second that you can go into these demonic places, laugh at these entities, thinking nothing's going to happen to you. People have had really bad things happen to them after this tour. And this guy thought he was spirit bulletproof. He wasn't. If you're going to these places, protect yourself. If you do not know how to protect yourself, the best way to protect yourself is just to not go at all. Because these entities that we came across, their whole purpose in this world is to bring suffering, agony, bring you pain, and to ruin you. I don't know what happened to that man, but he did not leave as a skeptic. I could tell you guys that much. So if you're going, please be careful. But the best safety is just to not go at all.
Don't play with fire.
Da, dee, dee, da, da, dee, dee, da, dee, dee, da, 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 dee, na, dee, da, dee, na, dee, da, da, dee.
What in the Lord of the Flies is going on here?
Candace Owens, an American journalist and a French journalist, started to work in a documentary that tend to show, for whatever reason, whatever evidence that they say they have, that the wife of Emmanuel Macron, Brigitte Macron, is actually used to be a man. So she wasn't born a woman, she was born a man who turned into a woman. Now, this documentary was supposed to be released today. Now, my sources have told me that Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, and his wife, Brigitte Macron, made an offer to Candace Owens. And the offer is as follows. In exchange for Candace Owens not publishing this documentary about Brigitte Macron being a man, the Macron, Emmanuel and Brigitte, will pay Candace Owens $4 million plus $50,000 a month for life. For as long as Candace Owens lives, she will receive $50,000. The question that I have, if what Candace Owens is saying isn't true, why is Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, and his wife, Brigitte Macron, are willing to pay such exorbitant price to Candace Owens? The question is why? If you're saying something about me that isn't true, all I have to do is prove that it's a false, and I will sue you for defamation. I will not settle with you. Now, this settlement tends to prove that what Candace Owens is saying is true, and that Brigitte Macron is actually used to be a man. Now, why is this important? There's been rumors about Emmanuel Macron being homosexual. Nothing wrong with being homosexual, but he's covering that. He's never admitted clearly that he's homosexual. So if he's married to Brigitte Macron, who used to be a man, the question is, what's going on? Is Brigitte Macron a man or a woman? That's the question.
And watch out for the documentary. Whew, thank God Uncle is fast.
government say Elon keeps launching his rockets.
So
where are they going?
Into the water, mate. Into that, they go like that and they go back down. It's just, it's all like these people, Elon, and I don't want to go too mad on camera. Like reality, the Earth is a stage.
But they go. So let's say the Earth's flat.
Yeah.
Let's say the Earth's flat.
It's not completely flat because you got mountains and you got craters.
Yeah,
and
but
the ocean does
as in
waves.
it's not a globe. Then.
So it's an electromagnetic bandwidth of information. So everything operates as electromagnetism as radio frequency. So there's a set bandwidth of information that this experience that we're having now operates on. Yeah. There's a certain like frequency, sound, there's a certain range of information that we can perceive with our senses, and that dictates our reality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So let's say, I'm drawing here, just focus, it's easy if I'm a visual person.
Yeah, cool.
Let's say it's, so what are we talking? Is it a square? Is it a rectangle?
It doesn't exist objectively.
Okay.
So, but you're trying to objectify it by saying, oh, what's under it? Where it is you. It's like it's being projected. It's, you know what I mean? Like it's a holographic construct that builds itself as we interact with it.
Okay, so
it doesn't exist objectively.
So
the only objective is truth.
You don't think that the Antarctic's an ice wall around the outside?
I don't know. It could be a shoreline. Could be. I've never been there. Don't know. And all you go.
That's the general theory of the kind of flat Earth theory, isn't it? That it's flat.
Yeah.
There's an Antarctic ice wall. I look on YouTube.
I'm not trying to adopt any set direct theory. I'm trying to build an understanding of reality based on what I know to be true and what I can observe and what seems likely. So my take on it, like if you want to get on a mad one, I think it's likely. It's a divine being of sorts, like an organism. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So heaven, headven, hell is the heel, and then earth and heart are anagrams of each other. So in my head, I've got my head around it, and as the earth is the heart realm, yeah, and the heart chakra is green, and the trees and the grass and everything's green. The throat chakra is blue, and the sky is blue. You've got lymphatic fluid. Your body is made of a bunch of cells, lymphatic fluid and blood, yeah. Cells are selves, yeah. Mm-hmm. Individual cells, yeah. The lymphatic fluid is the ocean, and the oil is the blood. The mycelium's the nervous system. And then the vegetation is the lungs. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I think it makes, I think, yeah, man is the measure of the universe, and the hue man, when you look on the television, you've got hue and saturation. Saturation is the richness of color, and then hue is the tonality of red to ultraviolet, yeah? Mm-hmm. So hue is the light spectrum. Man is manifestation. So the hue man is the manifestation of the light spectrum. And we're electromagnetic, holographic beings, that multi-dimensional beings.
Great explanation.
What's going to happen to me? I'm going to go to jail?
Only answer my question, sir.
No, I'm asking. Equine, can I go to jail off of anything related to this lawsuit?
You're not here to ask questions, sir. You're here to answer.
What you mean I can't ask my lawyer a question? You crazy?
No, you can.
You don't know who you're talking to. I'm not some slave of yours, boy. What you mean I can't ask my lawyer a question? That's the dumbest. Are you crazy? You just told me I can't ask my lawyer a question.
Mr. West.
Oh boy, he's using his free will to its fullest extent. And that's the last bartender.
Guys, what the just happened to me? Okay, I was on my way to a furniture store that's like 5 miles away from my house. Okay, no big deal. I stopped at a McDonald's, which is right next to the store. Get a Dr. Pepper, and I have the receipt on my phone. That's gonna make sense later, okay? Keep that in the back of your mind. I have the receipt showing that it was literally purchased 5 minutes ago, okay? As I'm driving to the store across the street, I get a notification on my phone. I look down at my phone for a split second. I'm like, oh, there's no notification. That's weird. I just heard it chime, but whatever. I look back up. I don't know where the fuck I'm at. I've lived in this part of Utah for 4 years now, and when I tell you I know all of the surroundings in this area to a T, I don't know where the I'm at. Now, similar things like this have happened before, like I'll get a daydream or like day fog and stuff, and I'll end up driving 5 miles past where I'm supposed to be or whatever. But it's not ever to this extent where I looked at my phone to type in, you know, the furniture store that I was supposed to be going to, because again, I don't know where the I'm at. Why does it say I'm 30 miles away from this store now? And also, how is that mathematically possible when I bought this 5 minutes ago? How do I travel 30 miles in 5 minutes? What the like, I might regret posting this because of how crazy this sounds, and I know how crazy this sounds, which is why I am posting this video, because
Immortality theory?
3, 2, 1, go. Let's go, buddy. You got this. Come on, man. Quick, quick, quick. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Beautiful. Come on. Let's link it out. Woo! Let's go. Gorgeous, man. Gorgeous. Let's go. Finish. Hey. There it is. Yes, sir.
Let's go.
And have you seen those abs?
Humanity's secret power? Immortality. There is a theory called quantum immortality, which refers to surviving the experience of death by simply jumping over to a new, more stable version of the universe. The theory works because of the way consciousness operates, being something that cannot be accounted for in the physical world. So every time you would presumably die, the universe splits in two to accommodate the outcome in which you died and the one in which you didn't die. The only reason you wouldn't experience death is because nothing can be experienced at death, so your consciousness would go to the universe where you are alive by default. What makes this theory even more scary is the occurrence of deja vu, which makes sense since a deja vu experience you have can be attributed to having actually died, but you wound up on the right side of things. So this feeling of familiarity is due to your collective consciousness transferring realities. Maybe the only ones who can shift realities are our feline friends, and is the reason why they are said to have 9 lives. Keep questioning everything and follow me to keep up.
Do you remember? Do you believe now?
Okay, I'm opening it up. Dude, I'm telling you, that's... Oh my god, I don't even want to do this. Oh my god, I'm doing this so dangerously. Lyric, back up, kid.
Why is it the thickest plastic ever?
I don't know, so that way animals can't escape.
We suffocated to his death.
Or I literally can't even. Dude, I don't want to.
What
is it? We don't know yet. I feel like it's a bat.
It's what is it? Grab it by the face and pull it out.
It looks, I think it's a bone. I think it's a bone.
What do you think it is?
Why does it look like
Is it the
from
neck?
Dexter.
Mom, what do you think it is?
In the plastic. Yeah. Didn't they say another one? What was his name?
I think it's
Oh my god.
It looks like I'm squeezing its face, dude.
Oh,
Is this video is gonna get banned.
That knife ain't worth a dame. Is that the bug flying around?
Ma. 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 Ma.
50 Shades of Ma.
If you rap, then you gay. That's all the rappers, you know it. I mean, if they sign, they automatically gay.
Thug had Mariah the Scientist and Devin Haney's wife all like wanted him. Women was like, bro, they was crying over this man.
What woman you don't know that don't like, right? I mean, women like men that's like them. If you kind of like gay, you can get a lot of like that. That's kind of like a cheat code. That's a cheat code. So you gay and money, lot of honey. That's what I'm But it's okay because gay and straight the same.
No.
Gay and straight the same.
In what way?
Gay and straight the same because the world of simulation. We spirits, right? And then you can choose the body, right? And sometimes it'd be a mistake. It'd be like a clerical error. Because you can get in the wrong body. And sometimes you a man, you get in the good body. It's like a clerical error. It's like God's mistake. I was like, well, but it's okay. That's what I want.
You saying we like in the Sims game or something?
No, it's kind of like you got an editor. They edit your podcast and stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. But it's God.
You guys tell me.
Able to see and understand our true reality, we know that our energy, or soul, or spirit, or whatever you want to call it, can move to a higher plane of existence after we die. But instead, the alien creators, addicted to our emotions, keep us here. We're born, we live to feed the creators, then we die. Then we come back and do it all over again. It's forced reincarnation. This process is handled by a piece of equipment that's been called a soul recycler, or a soul cube, which is a large box-shaped device that's installed on the moon. The cube watches us and then transmits our energy back to Earth after we die, over and over again, and has been doing so for thousands of years. Now, I know the theory sounds like science fiction, but many skeptics were turned into believers on December 6, 2021. That's when, completely by accident, a lunar probe took a picture of the soul cube.
Is what I call the soul cave.
And are we stuck in a soul trap? Roller pigeon?
A black mirror, black obsidian mirror, also known as a scrying mirror, was used throughout history as a tool for divination and fortune telling. People would stare at it and ask themselves questions, or ask outer-worldly beings questions. You could ask it about past relatives who are no longer here, present events, and things to come in the future. One of the first examples we see of this is in Snow White, with Mirror Mirror on the Wall.
Our phones, black mirrors? And that's a wrap for today, fool. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to hit and smash the like button for me, smash the subscribe button, be part of the family. Remember, stay woke, and I'll catch you next time.